Hello guys, it is Duke and welcome back to another episode on the Diamond Society SMP. I am currently on with 3 Ravens and TheGameSpace. They're actually been on quite a bit lately, which is awesome because, you know, they're awesome guys, fun to play with, and, you know, I really haven't done anything with TheGameSpace ever. But there is something coming soon that might not be directly me, like, collabing with him or anything, but you'll find out what it is soon enough. So hope you guys will enjoy that. You're probably wondering, first of all, before you even look at this, my render distance, it's at 16 right now. And, you know, I upload in 30 frames, so this actually works. I will be honest, I'm getting under my normal 60 right now, so that's really annoying to play with. But if you guys would rather see this, because it totally works for YouTube, you can't really tell that I'm playing with the far render distance with lower FPS because it doesn't affect a 30 FPS video. But it really is kind of affecting me, so, you know, maybe there's a good middle spot like 12. You still get to see quite a bit more. But I get my 60 frames, which is fun to play with. I get like 100 at 16 without recording, but when I start recording, it just goes bad. But yeah, I mean, normally I record with 8, and normally that really works because great FPS, never have to worry about it dropping under 60, but you can't really see the top of like some of those builds, and that's really annoying. Plus, when my skyscraper goes up, which I can't really say anything about because it's still in the thinking phase, it's going to be mammoth. So, you know, I want to be able to see the top of it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it with 16. So, we'll see. Anyways, I have done quite a bit of work over here. You know, I don't know why I haven't recorded it. Maybe just the fact that last episode I wanted to focus more on my actual base than in-spawn stuff. But as you can see, I've been getting up the front wall quite a bit more here. It's just really, really difficult to do because I don't have that much brick, and I have to constantly go and get more. But like that and those 2 sections right there were like an entire chest of clay. Yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun to work with this. I think including, you know, the hardened clay in here really helps. 2 reasons. You know, it gives a little bit of contrast. It's very smooth in comparison to the sort of rough looking bricks. But it also makes it a lot cheaper because if this was all bricks, oh man, I can't even imagine that. That would be so much more work. I probably wouldn't even have this much done. And, you know, I'd like to be a lot farther because AG, Addictive G, see, I'm messing their names up. She actually has her entire outside of her house done, and it's mostly brick, so I feel like I'm falling behind there. But I've been sort of worrying about different things right now. Not really this house. I've been doing a lot on the inside. I don't think I've actually shown the fact that I roofed this over in my last video, but I have. I did roof this over with some, you know, stone slabs. Up top it's spruce slabs, so you don't have to worry about this being the floor upstairs, which I think is nice because it's definitely more of a garage feel than the spruce slabs are. So I like how that turned out. As you can see, I have made some progress over here. I have started a hallway, what is soon to be a hallway. I cleared all this out, put these sea lanterns everywhere, so I don't have to worry about lighting anymore. But I'm really sort of wondering if we even need that transition room anymore, or if we can just go straight into the hallway, because this is sort of serving as a hallway already. Like, you know, it's got this room off here, it's gonna have a room off there. Is there really a need for 2 different hallways? I don't know. I might tear this wall right here out, just make it one giant hallway. That might work better than having the transition room, but I don't know. Anyways, here I have sort of decided to start sort of mapping out how the guest bedroom's gonna be. Obviously, all the stone brick guys, don't worry. This is not just gonna be a giant stone brick block. Like, it's not just going to be a giant square with stone brick everywhere and nothing else. I'm going to interchange this eventually. I'm going to come in here, clean it out with nicer materials, whichever I decide to use for the guest bedroom, but I really don't know what to use yet, so this is just sort of a placeholder, and it works for now because I have lots of it, and that's a really good thing. So as you can see, I have sort of started walling off little rooms. This is just going to be sort of the entrance. It's going to be like a mini house, because this is going to be a mansion. I might as well have the guest bedrooms be really nice. So we're going to have a nice little sort of living area here. We're going to have either a massive closet or storage or something right here. The bed's going to be over here. We're going to have a bathroom, and then like the toilet and or shower back here. I haven't decided which yet. Whichever one would work better, I don't know. But it's a very nice, luxurious room, almost like a suite, like a hotel room. I mean, that's pretty nice. It's got everything, so you don't have to worry about not having something that you really need when staying over at Duke's house. So that's sort of pretty awesome. Okay, that's not awesome. You could have really, yeah. Moving on. I have sort of floored this over here. I still have not figured out a front step here, which I really need to get on soon, because I still don't like this. Even after looking at it multiple times, I haven't come around to liking it, which sometimes does happen. Like, at first I'll put something up and I'll be like, ugh. And then the more and more I look at it, I'm like, okay, I can see that. It looks alright. But this, no. My feeling towards this is not changing. It has to go. I'll figure out something better eventually, but for now, that's what we're going with. Here's what it's going to be like. You're going to walk in. There's going to be sort of a path, a nice open room here. It's going to go all the way up to that quartz level there. Nice big and spacious sort of foyer. I don't really know what it would be called other than that, because it's just so massive that I don't really want to call it that, because I feel like a foyer, it's sort of small, and it's just sort of like the entrance to your building where you just sort of taking your shoes off and stuff. But I don't know what I'm going to call this. Either way, we're going to have sort of stairs going up the second floor here, nice and open, so you can see that. Nice little balcony up above there. Should look pretty nice. We're going to have over here an entrance to this tower, the circular tower. It might have like a clock at the top. Not entirely sure, like sort of a clock tower. Not really sure yet, though. I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of designing, because I'm really not sure what I want to do here yet. But we're going to have this sort of little hallway. Not really much of a hallway, but it's just enough to take you from what's going to be the foyer to the other rooms of the house. So this will be sort of filled in right here. This is not just going to be like that. Again, this is all just sort of placeholder blocks. I'll figure out what I want to use eventually, and this is going to lead into the dining room. And I think that'll be blocked off too, so you can't get through like that. But this should lead up to a spiral staircase, leads up to the second floor if you don't want to take these stairs. But I think it's really enough of talking about this. I've sort of, been... It takes a lot out of me to just talk about the same thing over and over again, because there's lots of things I need to talk about this episode. Today's probably going to be a talking episode, so stay tuned, but there's some interesting things I need to talk about, so hopefully that gets all explained today. I have sort of expanded the front yard here, just because I didn't like how close it was here. I might expand this out, maybe one more here. Like, this will be the front, just because there's not really that much room here, and that's sort of... I wonder if building it back farther eventually to start out with would have been better, because I don't want to get too close to Lurgan's house, but I might have to. So I don't know. Really don't know what we're going to do there. Trying not to spoil Addictive G's house, which you guys probably saw, but we're going to head on over here and try not to spoil anything else. Just keep our head down. Keep our head down, because the GameSpace's building is absolutely massive, and he hasn't released anything about it, so don't want to spoil that. But we're coming to the park here, which Coop did an excellent job on. And we're going to come up over here, the Mineshaft. And there's a sign that says, Renovations in progress, watch your step, Duke. I really thought this needed a little bit of renovation. It looks nice. And Lurgan built it either first day or second day of the server being up. This has been here for a long time. And he really used what we had at the time to make it look nice. It was one of the nicest looking things in here for quite a bit of time. But now it's just like, well, there's some improvements that could be made. There's issues where there's just not sand in some spots. And I feel like I could do a better design here. Not saying Lurgan couldn't. If he wants to help me with this, I'll let him, because I'm not actually going to do this part on camera today, or the stairs here. I just feel like, you know, he spent a lot of work on this to start the server off. I don't want to take away from his build. So Lurgan, if you're watching, you want me to, you know, help you with this, I'll definitely come in and help you with this. But if you're just totally fine with me doing it myself, then I will do it myself, because I do have some plans for this. But whoa, clearing out has been done. Yeah, this was originally just a little 1x2 spot, and it was really cramped. I didn't like it at all, so I came in here, cleared it all out. A nice, oh hey. I cleared it all out to a 3x3. I might take it out to a 5x5 just because this is where the walls are going to be. I want a 3x3 sort of area to move around in. You know, I don't want to start putting up the walls like this because, ooh, that really makes you feel cramped again. But if I take this out, you know, it just feels like there's a lot more area. So I think I'll do that. Not entirely sure what design I'm going with yet, but I'll figure it out. I might manage to do a little bit off camera here. But I just want to sort of take a break. I need a drink of water, and words have been flying out of my mouth like crazy. Many different words, and I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, well, good thing I didn't mind into that. Oh, that would have been bad. At last, my worker has arrived. Alright guys, so we've got just a little bit more to go, and I thought I might as well record some of this, because I want to talk to you guys. I really don't do this that often. Most of the time you just see me building, and I talk about what I build, and that's about it. So we're going to do a little bit of that first. First of all, you can see the GameSpace down there coming this way. We will successfully have this entire thing dug out when he reaches over here, which means it'll look like that the entire way down, which is pretty cool because this is a really, really long mine shaft. Like it's long. It's extremely long, it feels like. And I know it'll expand soon enough. You know, the more time that people need more stuff, it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. But what are we gonna talk about right now? Well, I'm gonna talk about games. Video games. What other games should I play on my channel other than Minecraft? Well, I mean, most of the time my channel's just been based around Minecraft through its entirety. You know, and I want to keep it that way. I want this entire thing to be based. Oh, sweet. We will. Alright, here. We will give him that and that. Your payment. That's what I collected from digging this out, and you know, I might as well give him something because he just, you know, he was just working, and I said I needed some help, and he came over, didn't ask for any payment. I decided I might as well give him something. So sweet, I can finally get to working on this. Let's head on over this way so I can just show you how. No, I do not think so. I keep getting that extra @ sign afterwards. But man, that was actually pretty nice time digging this all out. It looks a lot nicer being all dug out, and plus having it all eventually built in with better stuff. This is going to look a lot better. But getting back on the subject of other video games on my channel, you know, I started the Portal series when I first came back from my 3-month hiatus. First thing I did after uploading a update video of, you know, where I'd been and stuff was release an episode on Portal, the original Portal game. And, you know, the first episode, it got pretty good feedback, like immediate feedback, because, you know, it was my first real video I had released since coming back. So people were like, wow, okay, Duke means this. You know, he's back. He's actually, you know, continuing. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I feel good about myself because people are watching this. And episode 2 came out, and not as good a response. And episode 3 came out, even worse response. And I haven't continued since. You know, I really got back into the Diamond Society, so I felt like there was no need to have a different series for then. But really, partially the reason also was just for the fact that I didn't get much of a response on it. And I really wasn't too happy about that, so I was like, okay, well, you know, this game is alright, but I prefer to be recording Diamond Society, and I'm getting amazing feedback on the Diamond Society, so I might as well record mostly on the Diamond Society. So that's what I've been doing lately. And it's worked. It's been good. But recently I started up 2 new series, Speed UHC, and today, actually the day I'm recording this, you're gonna see this actually tomorrow, because I'm going for 3 episodes of the Diamond Society this week, and this will be episode 2. So awesome! We're on set to get all 3 by the end of the 5. I'm counting it as the 5-day week, just because school week for me. But really, we're on progress there. But those series, let's talk about those. Speed UHC. Well, being the first series I'd done that was different in quite some time, it did get quite a bit of response. The first episode did, and I was pretty happy about that. But then episode 2 came around, and it was like no response. Like I was like, oh man, that's not good. And then episode 3 came out, and it was even worse. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I really want to continue this series, but no one's watching it. And I don't know if that's just because all my viewers are here to watch the Diamond Society, or if it's just not entertaining footage. I don't know. It could be either one. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But then the Pantheon map started with Locorp and Lurgan. Great response. Quite a bit better than Speed UHC for its first episode. And I plan on continuing that through its entirety, no matter what happens views-wise. Of course, I do want the nice viewership, because, it just, it makes me want to continue a series. But I'm having so much fun recording with those guys that it doesn't matter if I get 1 total view the entire thing, and that's just me. I will be totally fine with it. Totally fine with it, because I'm enjoying the series with those guys, and it's a lot of fun. And I will continue that until we have completed the maps, so that's pretty awesome. But, I have done 2 series. Yeah, just 2. Maybe 3. I don't remember. Did I do a RimWorld series at one point? I feel like I did, but it lasted like 1 episode, and no one cared about it, so I didn't do anything else. But that video's probably been taken down by now. But I also have done a Terraria Let's Play. I've done that, I think, twice. Once with Durciolitis, a member of what used to be the Resolute server, the server that I owned, before I just sort of called it quits on there. And, everybody sort of went their separate ways. I mean, the end of Resolute was sort of, it was my fault for being away for the 3 months. That was probably an issue. I mean, I'm not saying it was my fault for not being there in those 3 months, because, oh, okay then. I may not have fortune, but I'll take 4 diamonds any day of the week. Oh, don't want to do that either. But yeah, I mean, the fact that I missed all 3 months in a row was totally out of my reach. And I didn't want that to happen. I don't plan on that happening ever again. If something comes in my life, I've told myself this. Something comes on in my life, do not put this whole YouTube thing away. Don't just give it up for however long, that event in my life takes place. Because, the last reason was because of a girl. I had a little something going there and screwed it all up, and that's why I came back. No, I'm not saying, oh man, that makes me sound like this is like my last resort. No, I just was really nervous about not screwing it up, so I spent all my time on that and didn't have time for this. So that really sucked. But now in the future, when that sort of time in my life comes again, I will continue doing this, and I'll try to balance them, because I enjoy doing this. I did find out that while I was taking this break, I was just not really enjoying a lot of things that I used to be. And I was like, that's really, really weird, because, what would give me that reason to not enjoy life as much as I had been? And I just sort of figured out it was from not doing this. I guess the fact I just like this that much. Believe it or not. Oh, didn't mean to throw that. But I like doing this sort of thing so much that it was influencing my life that drastically. So that's pretty cool there. The fact that this means that much to me. It allows me to think that, hey, maybe I do have at least some sort of future here, and even if I really you know, don't become the next big thing, because if that doesn't happen, I totally understand. You know, I see a lot of people with better builds, better commentary, better editing, better this, that, and the other thing, and you know, you just sort of like, well, I can't be like this guy, so it's gonna annoy me if I don't get rid of that. Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there. Can we get rid of that? No? Alright, we're good. Okay. So yeah. Speaking of which, you know, even if I'm not the biggest thing, I've prepared myself for that, you know, because sometimes it just doesn't happen. With some channels, you know, you see good quality content, and they just don't go anywhere. It's just sad. I've seen that in many occasions, so I'm not expecting mine to be any different than that. But you know, I'm gonna keep my head up, and if something does happen like that, then it's just one more reason to want to keep going here. But we're sort of getting off track there with what I wanted to talk about today. I know a lot of this has been talking, and you guys haven't seen much done other than just digging this area out, which I'll probably do. I mean, I'm gonna slab all this, stone slab this, and I'm gonna put some sort of little chandeliers throughout this entire thing. Obviously, these torches are gonna be gone eventually, but they're just sort of, again, placeholders. Now, I like having placeholders in my build. Sort of feels like having a rough draft, so I know what I'm doing, what I need to change, what I need to fix. And again, totally off topic, I wanted to just be talking about the fact I want to play new games, and I hope you guys support me through it. But the game that sort of made me consider all this was Civ 5, Civilization 5, and I got that game on Steam a few weeks ago, and I've been playing the heck out of it, dude. I've been going insane on that game. And I play probably an hour a night, which I know is not much, but it is. It really is. Like, it doesn't sound like it. Oh, you only play an hour? Okay, that's nothing. But then other people are like, wow, you play an hour of that game, plus you know that there is some Diamond Society going on in the background as well. So, you know, there's a lot of playing time going on there. But I like the game. You know, I'm not the greatest at it, but I enjoy playing, and I'm learning a lot. Even though I've only had it for 2 weeks, you know, I'm still learning new things. But you know, I'm to a point already where I think I can say, hey, you know, this is worth making a series out of. I like this game enough, and I don't think my mindset about that will change. Ooh, no torches right here. And we'll just put a torch up there. But you know, I don't have anyone to do it with. I don't want to do a single player series on that, because you know, that really just I feel like people won't care about that. And I know it's not really a good thing to have that in the back of your mind all the time, like, oh, well, will people like this? Because I know a lot of people, actually a guy who recently brought up this whole playing different games thing that I watch quite a bit of, White Fire. He used to be on here a very short period of time, but you know, he just couldn't play multiple SMPs at once, so he left here, which is totally fine. We're still friends, you know, we're good. There's no issue between there. But yeah, he was talking about it on his channel. He's like, yeah, so I want to start branching out into different games. I'm gonna keep it mostly Minecraft related, but I just want to know if you guys are going to support me through it. And the overall response was that, yeah, his viewers would, and I assume you guys are no different. You know, you want what's the best for me, and if I'm enjoying doing something else as well, then I should do something else as well. So I plan on doing that. It's just, I need to find a group for Civ, because I mean, I've talked to Dan, one of the guys on here. He's not actually online right now, but he's in some description somewhere. He's on my channel list, on the right side of my channel, you know, in the channel itself. And you know, I've got his name there, and he said that he used to have a series a while back. He enjoyed it, but there was like an issue there, and he's just not sure if the guys are gonna, you know, want to pitch in and do it again. But if that happens, then that'll probably be the guy I do it with, because he's a cool guy, and I'm sure his friends are as well. But if you do not see me doing it with him, then don't expect a Civ one for a while. But, you know, I'm very filled with this Diamond Society thing going on and this Pantheon thing going on, and I mean, I guess Speedy HC is probably going to be like my least uploaded series just because it's just sort of a filler series. It's not really like a series I want my channel to go down pathwise. Like, you know, Diamond Society, if this becomes everything to my channel, and it really pretty much is at this point, then I'm totally okay with that. And same thing, you know, with the Pantheon series. You know, I'm having a lot of fun with Logan and Lolcorp, so, you know, if that's my first big breakthrough, then so be it, because that's awesome. And plus, I'm sure they'll get big boosts as well, because, you know, they're very important components in that series. So don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. I think I'm just going to sort of wrap up the episode here. I know we didn't get much building done, but we got some clearing done. Hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been Duke. I'll see you next episode. Goodbye.